Are you a student who attends a shul? Do you find it incredibly boring? I know I did, but it didn't have to be. You can learn all sorts of interesting things, like what the difference is between a python, like Miss Diamond here, the carpet python, and a boa, like Miss Bella here, the boa imperator. You're looking at the two, you might be thinking, well, clearly it's width of body. But that's not always the case. For example, we have Cherry Bomb. She's a blood python, and she's quite thick. And we have String Cheese, the Amazon tree boa, who I don't want getting too close to my face, but he's quite thin. Geography will have a lot to do with it. For example, if you are here, or you are down there, what you have found is not a python, unless you're right here, where the Burmese pythons have become super invasive. But in the New World, in North and South America, you have boas, pretty well exclusively, and then if you're anywhere else, what you have is a python. Or it's not. There's Old World boas too, so that's not the best indicator, but it's a great place to get started with. Boas give birth to live young, like this year-old moonglow boa imperator. Whereas pythons they don't give birth, they lay eggs. Like this ball python here, who's also, well, this one's about 1.5 years old now. But that's not always the case. There are some sand boas in the old world that lay eggs that will then almost immediately hatch. Nature is making and breaking the rules all of the time. They don't fit into the boxes we put them in. But those boxes do help us identify, how we look at life around us. There are some other subtle indicators like internal anatomy, but those are awful hard to see on the external of an animal, so at the end of the day you just really have to know what you're looking at. And we can come to your shul and teach you all about that. It's really interesting, it's hands-on, it's interactive with the animals, so show this to your teachers if you're in the Fraser Valley area. And, see if they want us on in, because we can come on into your school, we can teach you about all sorts of things. Mostly reptiles and amphibians and a bit of evolution. But it's up to you. The criteria is in your hands. Reach out to us and we will show up with some critters and we'll teach you all about them.